What it do, YouTube? Today's video, I want to chime in with a quick impromptu video. In today's video, we got a few topics to touch on. We are going to make some people mad today. Notice how it's a truck going past as I'm saying this. We are going to make some people mad today. Check this out. T.I. snitching, distraction. BRITTNEY GRINER being traded for the Russian arms dealer, distraction. What else? All this other stuff, I can't really think of nothing else that's like major at the top of my head. But just those two things, it's like the biggest things like right now in so-called urban pop culture. And those things are the distraction. A distraction from what? 10 days ago. 10 days ago. Not 6, not 7, not 8. 10 days ago, a documentary came out about how graves in South Florida has been paved over and built on top of and sold to people. So basically, if you don't know, Florida has a lot of history. Chicago has a lot of history. Detroit, Cleveland, not even Cleveland, just Ohio. Like all these different places have a lot of history. LA, you know what I'm saying? Texas, all this shit has a lot of history, right? Especially Florida. See, earlier this year, I traveled to St. Augustine, Florida. If you don't know, St. Augustine, Florida, and Amelia Island, Florida, is like some of the oldest like towns / cities in America. Founded back in the 1500s. On my main channel, King603Joey, I actually put a picture of the founding fathers on my community tabs. You can go check out my main channel. Go to the community tab and scroll down, and you will see the picture of the founding fathers in St. Augustine, Florida, when I was out there. So they didn't say they said, I think it was in Clearwater, Florida. I didn't travel there, but I'm pretty sure that's somewhere in that area because I was in South Florida. I was in Jackson, Florida, and around Jackson you got Amelia Island, you got St. Augustine, you got what's it called? I think it's called Springwater Cove, Florida. You got all these different places in Florida, whatever, that's in that area. You got what's it called, Palaca, Florida, stuff like that. I haven't been to Clearwater, Florida, but I'm pretty sure it's somewhere in that area. But anyway, the documentary came out talking about how people back in the 40s and 50s, how they used greed to get rich, which we already knew this. But now that this came out, it's starting to make sense that this probably went around and it happened in a lot of other states. And this is why T.I. came out with the snitching shit. This is why the BRITTNEY GRINER shit came out, to distract people from what's really going on. See, the truth is coming to light. You know what I mean? They tried to bury our ancestors' bones and act like they wasn't gonna come to light. Shout out to the archaeologists and the people who discovered this. This was a major find, and they trying to distract people from this. Real talk. I'm gonna put the link in the description so you can check out the documentary for yourself. It's on 60 Minutes Australia. It's going viral right now. It got like 1.2 million views in 10 days. So less than 2 weeks, it got like 1.2 million views. You know what I mean? So the truth is being uncovered. And like I said, a lot of people in Florida, people don't even know this. It goes back to the 1500s. So when they did bury these people and shit back then, they thought they could just easily cover it up because they're like, by the time people find this shit, it's gonna be nothing but bones anyway. But that's where you're wrong, because a lot of those people in those those graveyards in the documentary, they was buried on sacred land. Those people were supposed to be dug up. They were supposed to be dug up and put into a different part of the ground. Those people didn't do that because they damn near would have went bankrupt if they would have did that. You see what I'm saying? To dig up somebody and rebury them, it costs a lot of money. So instead of doing that, they said, hey, let's pave over it. Put cement on top. Put dirt on it. Build a school and build a community on top of it. So a lot of these communities and shit is cursed because they built on sacred Native American land that they don't want you to talk about. Wake the damn up. More videos coming soon. Shout out to Dan Calloway too. See what I'm saying? Shit is real. It's going. And why you think hurricanes and shit hit Florida like that? Ancestors are angry. Why you think all these hurricanes and different shit happening? Ancestors are angry. Why you think all this different shit going on? It's the end of age. It's the end of glamour. This is the tribulation.